All right, so Greg Jennings, there's a lot here. There's a lot of honesty from Aaron Rodgers, Matt Lafleur saying, well, right now he's our quarterback. I think I would have liked to have heard, oh, he's our guy, and just leave it at that. But were you surprised with how open and honest Aaron Rodgers was in this interview?
I'm not surprised. I think the older you get, the longer you are around this league or in a profession, the more awareness you have. And to be honest, the more transparent you can become because you understand what we all can identify as writing on the wall in our respective spaces. And that's what Aaron is identifying, the writing on the wall. I recall when I was in Green Bay and, I was telling my teammates, I'm not going to be here next year. And it wasn't because I did not want to be there. It was because I saw the writing on the wall. The Packers had a history of moving on from guys after year 7. And what Aaron Rodgers is identifying is a team that he's been at the forefront of for so many years, and most recently taking them to the NFC Championship game. And he's being pretty much put in a position where, am I really your guy? If you draft up to draft a quarterback, it's a lot different, as he mentioned in the interview, than when he fell to the 24th pick to back up Brett Favre. This is completely different. However, the team, and he's identified it, they understand that we have to look into our future. We have to prepare for our future. Aaron Rodgers, what I loved about this interview is he was honest. He said, yeah, was I bummed out? Of course. And I think every player can understand and agree and can find some space right where he was in that moment. But what I loved about it was he said the following day, I reached out to Jordan Love because of my experience. Yeah. I've played this movie. I've co-starred in this movie, and I don't want him to have the experience that I had. I don't want to be what was to me when I came in at the 24th pick. He wants to make sure that his lifelong dream, his aspirations are met with a guy that's embracing him. So I thought it was great by Aaron Rodgers.
I'm glad you keyed on that point, Greg, because the whole spot with Kyle Brandt's worth watching. And that part stuck out to me as well, that he said, that night, draft night, he got FaceTimes from a lot of people close to him, checking on him, picking his brain on it. But the next day, he reached out to Jordan because he said, listen, it's a lifelong dream that's been realized, and now you're all of a sudden stuck in a controversy almost that you didn't ask for. So he wanted to make sure Jordan Love understood that he supports him and that he holds no ill will towards him. But the other things Aaron pointed out, I thought were intentional, honest, and smart. He said, folks want to compare them drafting Love to drafting me. He said, first of all, I fell in the draft further than expected. They didn't trade up to get me. Second of all, the 2004 Packers were 10-6 and lost their first playoff game. We were 13-3 and a game away from the Super Bowl. He also said that how closely he was watching the collegiate receivers, and that he liked the kid from LSU who went in the 20s. Justin Jefferson, Brandon Ayuk from Arizona State who went in the 20s. And that when they traded up, he, of course, thought they were trading up to make sure one of the receivers was left. And so, listen, Rodgers, I think Rodgers has handled this honestly and well, and it seems like he has been, kind of a good guy, if you will, towards Jordan Love. But Wilds, just judging from your face, you and I haven't talked about this, I think you were as taken back by the head coach, Matt Lafleur, pardon me, his comments as Rodgers. Like, why doesn't Matt Lafleur say this? Well, last I checked, Aaron Rodgers is under contract for another 4 years. So I would imagine he's going to be our quarterback for the next 4 years. Last I checked, first-round picks, they basically have 5-year contracts. So, yeah, we drafted this guy assuming Aaron plays out his deal, and then the final year of our rookie, even if it's a lie. Why is he not saying Aaron Rodgers is playing under the first year of an extension this year? The extension they signed him to kicks in now. Like, I don't know why Matt LaFleur is not saying that, just like I don't know why the Packers went out of their way to trade up for a player who they pray doesn't see the field this year, Wilds.
I totally agree. I also think it's weird that Matt LaFleur's got the only quarterback who's not actively saying that he's super excited to start the season. He's the only one saying, oh, they drafted him, not we drafted him. I wanted to finish my career here instead of I want to finish my career. So, Greg, I don't want to read too much into those semantics, but that struck me as really weird. Did it hit you in the same way?
100%, Wiles. What you're talking about is a coach that understands I have to have a relationship with my star player, and my relationship right now is great. It's excellent, and we want to build on that. So don't tie me, even though I'm associated with it, even though I'm a part of the process. Make sure that you take the hit for this. I didn't want to, per se, draft a quarterback, I being the Matt LaFleur. So he's trying to distance himself from those in control of actually making the decisions and having the final say.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.